The Bloodline saga continues to captivate the WWE Universe with each passing week. One of the most intriguing developments in recent times has been the reintroduction of The Rock into the storylines at Bad Blood 2024. However, since that momentous return, the People's Champion has yet to make another appearance. One pressing question remains: is The Rock still a member of the Bloodline, particularly in the context of Solo Sikoa's new faction, the Bloodline 2.0? The reason for this question stems from the evolving dynamics within the group. The Rock was officially made a part of the Bloodline during the road to WrestleMania XL, with Roman Reigns himself bringing him in. Since then, Roman, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman have all been kicked out of the faction after Solo Sikoa declared himself the new tribal chief. However, there's no indication that The Rock has been expelled in the same way. Logically speaking, The Rock may still be part of the Bloodline, as his removal from the group was never explicitly shown. This opens up the possibility that The Rock is actually the mastermind behind Bloodline 2.0, pulling the strings behind Solo Sikoa's rise. After Roman Reigns lost his status as the tribal chief, the leadership mantle could have naturally passed to The Rock, who remains a prevailing figure within the family. As of now, it seems clear that The Rock is still part of the Bloodline faction, even as other original members have been exiled. WWE could potentially use this angle to reveal that The Rock has been the true architect behind the creation of Solo Sikoa's villainous faction, setting up an even bigger clash down the road. As of now, there is no timeline for when the People's Champion is expected to return to WWE. However, there are three potential ways in which WWE could book the return of the final boss. One possibility is that WWE could feature him in the post-match segment of the Bloodline Civil War at Survivor Series, War Games. For those who may not know, the clash between the OG Bloodline and the new Bloodline is rumored to take place inside War Games this year. Regardless of the result, an appearance from The Rock is likely, similar to his appearance at Bad Blood 2024. In addition to this, Raw's debut on Netflix and the Royal Rumble 2025 are the other two compelling stages for the comeback of the Hollywood star. The Red Brand's debut on Netflix is set to take place on January 6, 2025. An appearance by the final boss on this show would make the debut an even bigger spectacle. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of the most iconic figures in WWE history, has been a focal point of speculation regarding his involvement with the Bloodline, a dominant faction in WWE led by his real-life cousin, Roman Reigns. While the idea of The Rock joining or aligning with the Bloodline faction has captured the imagination of fans, as of now, he is not a member of the group. However, his familial ties, the overarching storyline involving Samoan wrestling heritage, and his occasional returns to WWE have kept the rumor mill spinning. Let's dive into what we know about his status and the larger dynamics at play. Before getting into The Rock's potential involvement, it's important to understand the Bloodline and its significance. The Bloodline is a faction built around Roman Reigns, who has dominated WWE as the tribal chief, a role that taps into his real-life Samoan heritage. Reigns is flanked by his cousins, the Usos, Jey and Jimmy Uso, and his special counsel, Paul Heyman. The group has controlled WWE's top storylines for years, with Reigns as the WWE Universal Champion, embodying the dominant force of the company. At the heart of the Bloodline's narrative is a family legacy. Roman Reigns has taken on the role of the tribal chief, emphasizing his status as the head of the Anoa'i wrestling dynasty, a family that includes legends like Yokozuna, Rikishi, and of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The tension in this storyline comes from Roman's demand that his cousins and family members acknowledge his leadership and supremacy within the family and the wrestling world. Given The Rock's place in this family and his legendary WWE career, fans have long speculated whether he might be drawn into the storyline as a rival or ally of Roman Reigns. Dwayne Johnson, who transcended professional wrestling to become a global megastar, is a third-generation wrestler following in the footsteps of his grandfather Peter Maivia and his father Rocky Johnson. Before conquering Hollywood, The Rock was a cornerstone of WWE's Attitude Era and is often credited as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. His feuds with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Undertaker are the stuff of legend. Even after transitioning to Hollywood, The Rock has periodically returned to WWE, often for major events like WrestleMania. However, as his movie career skyrocketed, these appearances became rarer, though they always generate massive excitement. His most recent significant WWE appearance was at WrestleMania 32 in 2016, where he had a brief impromptu match against Eric Rowan. Since then, his in-ring involvement has been minimal, focusing more on his film career, which makes his potential involvement with the bloodline all the more enticing for fans. Ever since Roman Reigns adopted the tribal chief persona, there has been persistent fan speculation about The Rock stepping into this storyline. The reasoning is simple. Reigns claims to be the head of the family, but The Rock, given his status as the most famous and successful member of the Inoue dynasty, would naturally have something to say about that. Fans have envisioned a massive confrontation between Roman Reigns and The Rock, culminating in a high-profile match, possibly at WrestleMania. This dream match has been on the minds of WWE fans ever since Roman Reigns transformed into the tribal chief. In multiple interviews, both The Rock and Roman Reigns have acknowledged the possibility of a match between them. In 2021, The Rock said that facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania would make sense and that it would be something the fans would want. Similarly, Reigns has played coy, stating that while he respects The Rock's accomplishments, no one is bigger than the tribal chief. While WWE often plants seeds for long-term storytelling, as of now, The Rock has not officially joined or been confirmed as part of the Bloodline faction. However, the possibility of The Rock being involved, even tangentially, remains one of the most exciting potential twists in WWE's ongoing storyline involving the faction.